heavily anticipated Marvel TV show that we've all been waiting for. It's the first big thing after the Big Bang and Blip and all blah 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 come together.
Tom Hiddleston, fan favorite, back as reprising his role as the legendary Loki.
And
I'm excited.
Loki.
I know what this place is. The timekeepers have built quite the circus.
Giving me Stanley Kubrick vibes.
And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection. Big
Dude, there's
metaphor
something
guy.
about that.
I love it. Makes you sound super smart.
I
I
love
am
that
smart.
shot.
I know. Okay. Okay.
I love Owen Wilson.
I was gonna say.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
This is absurd.
Sign this too.
We protect
As he says it.
the proper flow of time.
You picked up the Tesseract, breaking reality. I want you to help us fix it.
Yo, that's what we were talking about on the stream. Remember?
I need your unique Loki perspective.
Do I get a weapon?
We'll get a
You really believe in this Loki variant?
Luckily, he
Dude, this
believes
just
in
looks like
himself
the
enough for the
coolest
both
shit
of us.
Is it adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me? I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
You're not big on trust, are you?
You can trust me.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Why never do it again?
I love the little Loki bag he has. This seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, man, Loki. I'm very excited about this one. He's an interesting character where he plays the bad guy, but you're like, is he really a bad guy? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. No, and yeah, to this, man, this is probably the most excited I've been for the Marvel TV show so far.
Because you're a racist
I can tell
and
this
you
is gonna
didn't
be a show
care
that
about Sam and Bucky.
No, I'm no, that one. But in terms of like the pulling, you know me, I'm a sci-fi
No, I know.
fan, and I'm a sucker for like this is Men in Black vibes.
Yeah.
I love when they come up with
That's a good
convoluted
comparison.
time stream kind of stuff. Like some of my favorite things is I've never seen Doctor Who, but that type of Doctor Who stuff, for those that have seen it, where there's kind of like this is like it's a weird like bureaucracy for something like time, like having a
Right.
weird thing like that. Like you pull the curtain back and there's like people behind there like setting up everything. Like that shit
Yeah.
always interests me. So kind of seeing a character like Loki who believes he's 10 steps ahead, but he's actually out of his element. And we're seeing
Right.
how this guy who's usually so confident in this weird, fantastical world, it also is giving me Rick and Morty vibes too, for sure. And I'm sure it gives
Yeah.
you like solar opposite vibes. So it's like
Yeah.
checking off all the boxes. So I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the you hit the nail right on the coffin. I mean, definitely Men in Black vibes, definitely Rick and Morty vibes. I got a little bit of that Stanley Kubrick like visuals thing going on. I actually read these comics when I was younger about TVA a little bit because I've always been interested in time and stuff. It's one of those weird comics that I just happen to have. I told you offline that I read this one about how She-Hulk was involved with TVA and she was like on trial and stuff. I don't think that is gonna be involved in this at all, but who knows? But yeah, I am very excited for this too. It seems like we're gonna get to get a little bit of that multiverse experience where like we're
Yeah,
seeing different things going on.
exactly.
But what I was saying during the trailer was originally we had predicted about how time is this weird thing where it's like, okay, time does this, but then if it breaks apart, it's like,
Yeah,
and
fragments.
it doesn't, time doesn't really, like this timeline doesn't exist. What it really is just kind of like oscillating back and forth between this center one. And it seems like Loki's job is somehow to bring those back together. Now,
Yeah.
that's what I'm curious about is one, why him? Two, why like does this fragmentation affect other things and why? And three, what is the time dilation, if you will, from Interstellar
Hmm.
of what he's doing versus what these other characters are doing? Because
Yeah.
when Loki did that, they went back and finished the entire Endgame movie, and then we got Sam and Loki, and then we got WandaVision. So it's like all of these things are taking place after or before Loki's on trial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
So
good point.
yeah, so it's and I think it might be one of those things where it's like it's happening like within seconds of our time, but in his time it's hours, months. You know what I
Possibly, yeah.
mean? Yeah.
No, I think what's crazy is like whose fault is it that the time stream broke? They kind of link it to like Loki because he grabbed the Tesseract and kind of like
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
But like the Avengers were the ones that went back in time in the first place and
Right.
started pulling these Infinity Stones. And even after they screwed up the first time, they went back even further to pull the
Yeah.
Tesseract from an earlier period. So it's
There's
it's interesting. It would be kind of funny if he has to clean up their slack, like the shit that they messed up. So
yeah. It's always like, there's always gonna be those little plot holes. And I hate when people like nitpick like that. I'm like, dude, it's a movie. Just enjoy it. Like relax. You're too stressed. But there's always gonna be those little holes. It's kinda like you just said about the Eternals. It's like, okay, why did the TVA not interfere when the Avengers were going back in time? You know what I mean? It's like maybe they were
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, we trust Tony. Tony's gonna do it. But when Loki
yeah,
does it, they're
facts.
like, no, we have your manuscript here. You're a bad dude.
Yeah,
We can't
literally,
trust you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
That's one of my favorite. It was such a fucking funny scene. Is he's just like, this is absurd. And then it
And you
prints out
prints it
this.
out. Sign this
Dude,
one too.
could you sign off on everything you've ever said? That's a top
So
10. That's a top 10 line right there.
yeah, so it's May 27th. This comes out next week
June
for
9th.
us. Is that so? Or June 9th?
I believe it comes out
2
June.
weeks. 2 weeks, right? Because it's
Yeah,
May
June
9th,
9th.
so but anywho, if this has come out, let us know what you think so far. If it has not come out, let us know what you're anticipating, what you think. That was Loki. Again, let us know in the comments. I'm very excited about this. Matt seems to be very excited about this. So yeah, again, let us know. Give us a thumbs up and share. Pass along to your friends.
Hell yeah.